muling nagbabalik ang paborito ninyong morning program. Welcome to Good Morning Atomy Philippine Edition, your morning brief for your success. I'm LJ De Leon and I am your host for today. Atomians, panibagong buwan na naman at April na po ngayon. Napakabilis talaga ng panahon, ano? At ramdam na natin ang init ng panahon. Araw-araw na lang po, napakainit na. Pag lumabas tayo, pawis po agad. Kaya importante rin na talagang nagpo-protect po tayo ng ating mga skin, especially kailangan po natin gumamit ng sunscreen kapag lumalabas po tayo ng ating mga bahay. And always keep our skin hydrated. So, para nga po sa ating sunscreen, we highly recommend using Atomy sunscreen or ating Atomy Derma Calming Sun Stick dahil mataas po ang ating SPF at meron po itong UVB protection na perfect para po sa mga needs ng ating mga skin. And also to freshen us up, meron po tayong Rose Rain Mist, kaya pwede po natin itong dalhin sa ating mga bag kapag po tayo ay lalabas at kung tayo po ay nainitan, madali lang po tayo mag-spray ng Rose Rain Mist. So kung kayo po, sa mga new viewers po natin, kung kayo po ay nagtataka kung saan po ito pwedeng mabili, pwede po itong mabili sa ating official shopping mall at www.atomy.com/ph. Ngayong umaga po na ito ay minihanda po kami mga lectures na paniguradong marami po kayong matututunan. I know you're all excited, kaya wag na natin patagalin pa. Let's all watch our first lecture by watching this video.
Here is an apple. If you look at it closely, there is a small bruise. If you put it in proportion, 95% is normal, and only 5% is spoiled. Is this apple spoiled, or is it good? In simple terms, since 95% is okay, you might as well say it is good. But even if there is 1% of it that's bad, we think of it as a spoiled apple. And here, we say a part defines the whole. There are many examples of a part defining the whole. If someone tells the truth 95% of the time and lies 5%, we call the person a liar. And we would not even trust the 95% truth. Many scholars, including the Master of Business Administration, Peter Drucker, describes the attitude of life toward weakness as follows. One should waste as little effort as possible on improving areas of low competence. Energy, resources, and time should go instead to making a competent person into a star performer. When you hear this, it seems as you should care less about your weaknesses and focus only on your strengths. However, just as the 5% of the apple that is spoiled makes people believe that the whole apple is spoiled, our small weakness can overwhelm our strengths. Let's say that there is a talented person in a company. The person has a lot of knowledge, is wise, and has great job competencies. But this person has one weakness. The person is late to work frequently. That is why the boss does not think highly of him. Compared to his strengths, this may seem trivial. But the thought that we cannot trust a person who is simply not punctual overshadows his strengths. Therefore, if this person fails to correct his weakness of not being punctual, no matter how much he improves his strengths, he will not be able to receive a favorable evaluation. This idea is applied to the business of network marketers as well. No matter how good you are at persuading or teaching, if you are not punctual or if you lie, those small weaknesses will overshadow your competencies. Then, how can you overcome such weaknesses? First of all, we have to understand that we cannot live doing only the things we want. We do not live in this society as an individual, but but as a member of the society and organization. Therefore, to become a member of a community, we must overcome our weakness even if it's difficult. Next is having knowledge of humanities and seeking to understand people. Network marketing is a business that distributes goods and services through organizational relationships composed of people. Knowledge of humanities helps you to understand humans, human relationships, and the human society as a whole, and engage in the right behaviors. But in the modern society, there is one more weakness that we can easily dismiss. That is, being ignorant to change. If a person who trained so hard to compete in the Olympics is ignorant to the rules of the game, what do you think will happen? The person will lose all the time. The modern society is characterized by rapid changes in technology, society, values, etc. That means the path to success is changing rapidly as well. Therefore, we must respond sensitively to the changing market, technology, and set of values, and must study consistently. That is how we will be able to overcome the weaknesses that hinder our success, and finally succeed with a new paradigm in this new era.
And that was a very inspirational lecture. Our company operates in the network marketing industry with a strong focus on people as the foundation of our business. And also, in order to achieve success, we need to be able to adapt and respond to change in a timely and effective manner. Unang lecture pa lang po yan ngayong umaga na ito. I know you're all inspired by watching that video, and this time, mas may inspire po kayo. Kaya let's go through our second lecture from Atomy Chairman, Mr. Park Han-gil. Let's all watch this.
Someone who can't sleep because they are worried, that is a dreamer. The reason why your dream came true is because you dreamt it. We need to have a wall in the fourth dimension that cannot be jumped over. My grades were poor when I was in school. There were guys with high grades in my class. The type of students that get into the best universities. How do they get almost perfect exam scores? There were kids with abilities that I couldn't even imagine. But at class reunions, they would say I am doing the best. I was wondering what the difference was between them and I. I was always thinking about things, unrealistic and crazy ideas, so I didn't really get good grades, to be honest. My title is a dream. Dream. Nowadays, people who think strange things are considered dreamers. When translating the word vision in Chinese, it translates as Mong Xiang. After quitting my salaryman life, I launched an internet department store, but I was way too ahead of the times. It was launched in 1999, when the internet was not common, and many of you didn't have a PC in your homes. Alibaba was born back then, with me. I think I made it a little better, though. Alibaba secured lots of money to withstand the difficult times. After 3 years of enduring, I completely fell apart, totally ruined. So where did I go? To a single room rental. I started from the bottom, like this. The company, now called Atomy, was back on its feet. Atomy is a company that was actually made by a single vision. I gathered 17 people in Iksan and told them that this company will make you rich. If you become a royal master, you will will receive 50 million won a month, 300 million won if you become a crown master, 1 billion won if you become an imperial master. I was very worried. How heavy is 1 billion won? So I counted that money all night long. Not that I counted 1 billion, but I had 1 million won. I put 1 million won on an electric scale, then multiplied it and got the weight of 1 billion. After the calculation, it was more than 100 kilograms, about 110 kilograms. Then I started to worry. How can I give 110 kilograms to someone on a stage? I'm gonna break my back. And then how will they carry it out? I was so worried about this 1 billion won that I didn't have. How can I give it to them? There was no one to receive it yet. I couldn't sleep because I was worried. This is a dreamer. When I first launched, I had absolutely nothing. I only had used a minivan worth 2.8 million won. Perhaps some of you already heard this, but it is true. I also couldn't pay my taxes. But yesterday, the mayor of Gwangju City gave me a prize saying that I am the king of paying taxes, since I paid the most local taxes in the city. I couldn't believe it, but 20 to 25% of Gwangju City's finance budget comes from Atomy. Even though we started out so poor, we became so big because we had this dream all along. In our early days, I was losing my voice because I was yelling, "You can make money. You can be successful." People heard me, but did not believe me. But now, Atomy is a company that has spread all over the world. What's more pleasing is that Atomy is loved so much abroad. How did such a dream happen? It is because of a dream. Plant a dream in your head and systemically write a life scenario and truly immerse yourself in that life scenario. When you do this, some might ask, what world are you living in? Why? People who lack a sense of reality are asked what world they are living in. You need to be in another world, another universe. Why? Even if you live realistically and sanely now, life itself is really hectic. How can you, with a sound mind, really live the life you want? You have to envision the life you want to live in the future and make that future a reality. So when others see you, you will be living in another reality. He's otherworldly. He's not living on this planet. We need to go past this reality in order to succeed. So in 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years, I truly hope that everyone is living the life of a successful person. I hope you will.
And that was our chairman, Mr. Park Han-gil. The first step in turning your dreams into reality is to believe that it is possible. And Atomy will make it possible. Your dreams can be your motivation, your driving force, your reason to wake up every morning with a sense of purpose and determination. I hope this motivated you to pursue your dreams with passion and determination. And moving to our last lecture for this morning, ang ating isa sa mga paboritong part ng Good Morning Atomy ko saan masasagot ang ating mga katanungan related to Atomy. Kaya wag na natin patagalin pa. Let's all watch this Curiosity Knowledge Zoom.
Hello! Zoom into Answers, which is prepared to answer all the questions you have. I am the MC, Yoon-Zi Kang. Following the previous session, the Man of Fortune, Lucky 7, with Crown Master Gyu Jung Choi and the Countess Crown Master Yong Rak Kim. We will have a Q&A session today. So, it's the second time here together. How does it feel?
I think a leader of an organization, the person who can lead with soft leadership, usually leads an organization well. So strong people,
Okay, thank you. What about Crown Master Gyu Jung Choi?
I will answer all the questions you have.
Zoom into answers. The first question. As the leader of an organization, I wish to know your know-how. So this was the question.
Actually, when the chairman first made Atomy, he established principles centered at the core of this business. How to lead an organization, it's actually possible only when you win their heart. You shouldn't lead the organization arbitrarily, and the members of that organization should all trust you. Then you must find a way to win that trust. For example, if you have 10 apples, think about sharing apples. When sharing apples between 5 members, it is reasonable if all members get 2 apples each. But as a leader of an organization, if you divide the 2 apples that you have and give half of an apple to each member, then you will gain their trust. Actually, the leader of an organization should take the lead. Not be afraid of difficulties and try to solve them. I think that is leadership. While operating businesses, this is the motto that I hold. If I endure all the hardships alone, and if that can make it easy, then I would do it no matter what. I have this motto in mind and I am doing business as such. Becoming a leader of an organization, it is a very difficult position. That's how much responsibility you have on your shoulders, but there's no need to worry. Within Atomy's system while carrying out business with sponsors, leadership is formed gradually. And that's the automation system we have. So don't be impatient, and it is best to learn them bit by bit.
Becoming a leader and not a boss. Learn how to lead an organization in the system. What about Crown Yongrak Kim?
I think a leader of an organization, the person who can lead with soft leadership, usually leads an organization well. So strong people, I think you should practice losing to your partner. If you are too strong that your partners cannot take it and stop doing business, I saw a lot of them just leaving. But Chairman always says that we should become the commander ourselves. So there are times when we should become strong. But if we are too strong, then partners might run away. So sometimes it's easier to just lose. As for me, what I felt and thought until today is, I think I was mostly like, okay, you've got a big head. Okay, I will lose to you. I still do that. I think you need to be strong on the inside and weak on the outside. Become a leader with soft charisma.
That's a good tip.
The question will directly ask the question. Hello, questionnaire. Hello, I am Sales Master Mi Hua Kim. I am a part-timer doing Atomy business only on weekends. I work hard to invite people continuously. I could invite once, but it wouldn't continue. What should I do to make it continue? You said you are a part-timer. So how much time are you investing in Atomy business on the weekends? I participate in seminars and meetings on Saturdays and Sundays. I meet consumers and also build trust through phone calls and Kakao Talk messages. It is about 8 hours a day. 8 hours during the weekend. That is amazing. Then what do you do on weekdays? During weekdays after work, I would watch VODs and study. And I am building trust via phone calls and Kakao Talk messages in the middle. In my case, how can I continue inviting people to seminars?
Members who only work during the weekends must work more diligently than full-timers and work harder. Inviting members depends on how you manage your partners. And give trust. I think you should focus on building trust. I also recommend promotions. If you do promotions to your partners, there is a higher possibility of discovering a more influential member.
But then, how do I do promotions for the partners?
If they join the system, since they worked hard, right? It's your business and your partner's business, and they are not very well aware of the business values. So even if it is a small gift, there are 400 to 500 Atomy products available, so the product that they can easily use. toothpaste or toothbrush or lip gloss. So do some promotions. And if they join the system, it will be very effective and you will have members joining.
When you invite people, how do you invite them?
When I invite them, I talk about Atomy in details. And I also tell them I wish to work together with them. And it's a really good product, so I hope you find it useful. If we study together, wouldn't it be helpful? This is how I invite them.
So if you invite them, is it to the seminars or to meetings?
I try to participate in seminars with them as much as possible. I don't like to be around people. If there are people like this, I would take them, get some massage, and we watch VOD together.
I think you're doing quite well. I think to add a bit to that, you are using a system of directly managing all your acquaintances. There is Hoyler's method among the methods we use. There is this ABC Hoyler's method. So rather than you speaking to your acquaintances using other people and making them speak to them and telling your acquaintance, this person will be visiting and it's difficult to actually meet the person, so how about we meet together? Inviting like this could be a method. People have curiosity. Oh, really? That kind of person is visiting? Then shall I meet? Shall I meet? They would think like this. So I think you can use this method. I hope it was helpful.
Did we answer your question? Through Zoom into Answers, I always get a lot of useful tips. Even today, after listening to the leaders' opinions. They were very helpful, and I am very happy. I will work harder. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
You can do it.
You can do it.
I am a businessman in my 60s. I would like to take the lead in the business. But since the times change so quickly these days, let alone taking the lead, it's difficult for me to understand. My partners are in the similar age group, and so they are having the same troubles. Would we be able to take the lead in this business? This was the question.
Yes, you can take the lead and do business. The reason is because you shouldn't be worrying about your age right now. Age is only a number, isn't it? That's why even if you are in your 60s, think that you are in your 50s and do business with a positive mindset. It's not you making Atomy products and then delivering them. You are delivering the finished products, and so anyone can do this. Atomy products are daily necessities, and so starting from babies to the elderly, they are products that everyone can use. That's why even if you are in your 60s, you don't have to meet only people in their 60s. You have family members. And it's also better to target the young generation. There are people in their 20s who made it into the Crown Club. And tell them this as you contact them. Ask people you meet for help with Atomy's business. People can't just say, help me, but I wish you can say, help me.
And those in their 60s have some advantages. And also, those in their 20s have their own advantages. And those in their 30s and 40s have their advantages. Reversely speaking, 60s have their own advantages. As the various age groups gather, these different advantages they have are combined to complete the success of Atomy. Taking the lead means studying on your own. At the beginning, when we wanted to attend the chairman's lecture, you could only attend when it's lecture time. But now, through YouTube, you can continuously watch the chairman's lectures. If you take the lead, the completion from the inside begins. The frame for taking the lead is all about unwavering faith and confidence. So I think the first thing should be setting aside time to watch the lecture on Atomy's official YouTube. If that's completed, then you can deliver to those in their 50s and 40s around you. You can also use the advantages you have regarding your social position. Those in their 40s and 50s say that the 60s are condescending older people, so you should recommend it with confidence to people around you. You don't have to explain right now. Because of the ABR system, you could recommend to others to try it. This online success system is established in Atomy. And your sponsors, they are making preparations to make you succeed. So invite a lot of sponsors. And learn the business know-how from them.
I am a beginner who started business because of Atomy's vision. I expected that this business would be very difficult and tough. but business is proceeding smoothly, so I am rather worried as to whether I am doing it right. It feels as if having no problem is a problem, but am I worrying too much unnecessarily? So this was the question.
You sound like an extraordinary leader. Because that means when you first started Atomy, you made up your mind firmly, expecting storms and heartaches. You already made all the preparations. So I guess that's why you're not feeling it. Because it says you're a beginner. You just began. In the process of growing into a leader, I believe there are many things you can learn. But I really admire your mindset. Having a resolute mindset of overcoming all difficulties and starting Atomy itself, I would like to applaud for that. Other than Atomy, whatever it may be, if you wish to succeed in a field, you have to start from the very bottom, endure all the rough storms, and go up. It's not like buying and winning a lottery ticket. Detecting problems is also a skill. So, if you continuously engage in consultations with sponsors, I believe you will be able to accumulate a lot of know-how on your path to success at Atomy.
There were instances where low-ranked partners would put off getting promoted. Have you seen this around you? What should I do? So this was the question.
Promotion is the flower of business at Atomy. That's why putting off promotion means that this person doesn't have an understanding of this business. So you put off promotion, and I've seen some people who would lose that opportunity forever. When getting promoted, then between you and your partner, there is this sense of trust, a sense of accomplishment and teamwork that will lead to success. That's why you must get promoted, and you shouldn't delay it.
You can show your partners the vision.
That's right.
So what should I do? Crown Master Gyu Jong Choi.
It's because they are afraid. It's an untrodden path, so that's why one gets scared. People are quite afraid of things that might happen and paths that they never took. But if you actually try it, it's nothing. I am on this broadcast for the second time. But when I did it the first time, it felt a lot like me and it was difficult. I thought, how am I going to do this? But now, since it's my second time, it became quite natural. So the first time is always hard. That's why I think, to the person putting off promotion, there's a know-how to provide confidence and courage. That know-how is among the chairman's lectures. There's this lecture called My Life Scenario. Living well, loving, learning, and contributing life. 8 types of life. The things you want to have, the things you want to do, so you have to fill them out. So fill them out. And if you plan your 2022, you will have this total amount. And the moment you see the figures, your heart starts to pound. And then, with that person, analyze the genealogy tree, accompany the person, sponsor, and you do it together. First, review that person's dreams. Write that plan down to give confidence and courage. And then the sponsor should find out the genealogy tree and sponsor together. And that person will start to dream.
Not just thinking, I'll make some consumers and then do it at the right timing. So you mean make a live scenario so that you can see the goal and create consumers.
That's right. Use the second stage a lot.
With Crown Master Yong Rak Kim and Crown Master Gyu Chong Choi, we had this session where we ask questions and get answers. Are there any last comments you'd like to make?
I'm not sure if I answered the question. Well, if you think you lack something, then have meetings directly with your sponsors and learn the details of what you need to know. And I hope you become successful in Atomy. Thank you.
Atomy is where you fulfill your dreams. This is exactly where I recovered my dreams that were once lost. And Atomy is also where I was able to restore my family. Through Atomy, I hope you become a successful person who can fulfill your dreams like I did. Thank you.
So how was it, everyone? Did we answer your questions? Zoom into answers always welcomes your questions, so please leave a lot of questions. What kind of questions will there be in the next episode? I ask you to stay tuned and meet you all next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
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 And that's it, Atomians. I hope marami po kayong natutunan. At kung meron pa po kayong mga katanungan, wag po kayong mahihiyang magtanong sa inyong mga sponsor o sa inyong mga partner and have a meeting with them para po mas maliwanagan po kayo sa mga mga hindi pa po maliwanag na mga katanungan tungkol po sa Atomy. And I know your sponsors would be very happy to answer your questions.